Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will give some explanation about our topic in subject of public speaking, which is listening. After that, we will elaborate some subtopics such as definition of listening, types of listening, obstacle of listening, and so on. Firstly, let me introduce our speaker. A few weeks ago, we have interviewed Dr. Syahril Nizam bin Syari. Dr. Syahril Nizam bin Syari is a lecturer at Universiti Putra Malaysia, UPM. He is a senior lecturer at Faculty of Modern Language and Communication. He has served in UPM for 17 years, from 2002 until now, 2019. Okay, now, let me give some elaboration about the definition of listening. In an article written by Ambrose in 1994, he said that if learners want to learn to speak, they should first learn to understand the spoken language.
There are 5 types of listening. First, appreciative listening. Appreciative listening is simply to enjoy thoughts and experience of others. Second, discriminative listening. Discriminative listening is the speaker need to understand the audience by their non-verbal cue. Third, comprehensive listening. Comprehensive listening is the speakers need to understand, need to understand the audience by recall and remember what the speech given by the speakers. Fourth, critical listening. Critical listening is the speakers need to make sure the audience evaluate the message that given by the speakers. And five, and last, empathic listening. Empathic listening is the speaker need to sure that the audience must express the speech by their feelings.
I will continue to the next subtopic, which is the process of listening. Effective listening is a complex psychological process made up of 5 steps. These steps are attending, understanding, remembering, evaluating, and responding to the message. First, attending. Attending, according to the Vertebra 2003, mentioned that paying attention to what the speaker is saying regardless of extraneous interferences. Second, understanding. This step helps to understand symbols we have seen and heard. We must analyze the meaning of the stimuli we have perceived. Symbolic stimuli are not only words, but also sounds like applause and sights like blue uniform that have symbolic meanings. Effective communication depends on understanding. Understanding must result for communication to be effective. Third, remembering. Remembering is important listening process because it means that an individual has only received and interpreted a message but has also added it to the mind storage bank. Fourth, evaluating. Evaluating is critically analyzing what is said to determine the truthfulness, utility, and trustworthiness. The last process is responding. According to the Klein 1999 indicates that responding is providing feedback to the speaker about what is being said, but a response may be needed at least helpful. Okay, thank you.
I will explain about the obstacle in listening. There are many things that get in the way of listening, and you should be aware of these obstacles. It includes, first, noise can be both external and internal noise. External is often relates to your physical environment, such as noisy room, and internal includes psychological and semantic noise. It's a noise within yourself. And second, malfunctioning technological equipment. The poor and outdated equipment can malfunction and causing distraction to the listening process. And third, personal biases and prejudices. Biases and prejudices against an individual will invariably distort listening, and this also will distort the incoming messages from the speaker.
Okay, Next, to improve listening skills. According to Diana Schilling's 2017, the audience need to taking note to make sure they are not miss relevant information. Practically, Dr. Sharil also did the same thing to make sure that the audience focus on him. And second, listen without judging the other personal. Listen without judging the other person or mentally criticizing the things speaker tells to the audience. Dr. Sharil will tell an interesting story to complement to his presentation.
Sometimes we think that being critical is the key to motivating someone into action. Being considerate with our work shows if we truly mean well. As Dr. Shafil said, constructive critique in delivery speech must be without hurting anyone's feeling, with being careful with what to convey, such as, "Okay, that's right, you do a good job. You can improve, so you can do better next time." Then, using a gentle tone of voice so that the audience will not feel offended with the critique that given.
Destructive criticism is either not valid or true, or if the criticism is valid, it's delivered by the way in an extremely unhelpful way. So negative criticism is a negative feedback that attributes poor performance to internal causes which included anger, tension, personal conflict, lower self-set goals, and the others of the negative side of the person. And according to Dr. Sharil, when we face the destructive criticism, firstly we have to accept it without taking in our heart, and then we just think that the destructive criticism is a way how we want to improve ourselves. So it might be a helpful way to we as a prominent speaker to improvise ourselves.